Now, a 7 News alert, the city auditor sounding the alarm saying Denver could be at risk of paying for services it's simply not getting. It's in a report just released about the city's Department of General Services. Lance Hernandez is getting the answers on this, and Lance, the auditor, claims no one's really minding the store here.
And when you're talking about $260 million, John, you can see why that needs to happen. Now, General Services is responsible for managing contracts and for maintaining 100 facilities around the country, including the city and county building. It's also responsible for obtaining contracts and services to maintain those facilities.
It's a very disturbing audit in that the agency isn't taking accountability and saying, like Harry Truman used to say, the buck stops here.
Denver's auditor says he's found instances where wages weren't being paid properly, specifically with regard to the city's janitorial contract. Is your office lax on monitoring contracts?
No, I don't think we're lax in monitoring contracts. Can we improve how we monitor contracts? Yes, of course.
Adrian Benavides of the Department of General Services tells 7 News, once the discrepancy was pointed out, they changed how they administer the contract. Is the city paying for services that it's not receiving?
There was nothing stated in the audit about that.
The audit also found that the city's use of a single vendor for some service contracts may limit the city's leverage in acquiring quality service at the best price and may reduce support for minority and women-owned businesses. Benavides disagrees. She says in some instances, like elevator maintenance, a single vendor makes sense. The current vendor has access to parts from 1,000 suppliers.
We use this contract because they can service any elevator. We don't want downtime, we don't want people stuck in elevators, so it makes sense where they can do emergency service 24/7 around the clock.
Now, Benavides says the city acknowledges that it hasn't done enough to utilize minority and women-owned vendors, but she says they have studied the issue and are in the midst of some major program revisions. Just one of them, she says, is a new ordinance to address small minority and women-owned vendors in city contracts. In downtown Denver, Lance Hernandez, 7 News.